the day. Saw a tweet before we came on the air here from somebody who said, "Where can I get an Adam Silver jersey?" It was the spotlight of the world was on the new NBA commissioner.
He became commissioner today,
Yeah.
you know, because up until this point, he kind of, you know, he probably hadn't made any major decisions. That's not to disparage him, but he became the NBA commissioner today. And I was proud of the NBA today for two reasons. They stood up for their players, and they stood up for people out there. We can't, Ernie, racism, I've always said, is the greatest cancer of my lifetime. It's immoral for me to dislike you. I mean, just to say I don't like a person of color who's never did anything to me, I've always thought that was immoral. Because it ain't like we got any control of what color we are. But the problem I've always had with Donald Sterling is he's got an advantage over poor black people. And Shaq just asked me what I meant with different type of black people, because really all this comes down to economics. Poor black people and poor white people in this country are at a disadvantage. Poor white people and poor black people, and poor Hispanics also, they're at a disadvantage because they're not in the game. We're in the game. And for this man to not let people have basic housing, and then also he has in a situation where he cannot give them jobs. We don't need a job for him. We don't need a dime from here. But poor black people, poor Hispanics, and women also, he's in a position of power to deny them housing and economic opportunity.
Today is definitely monumental, historical, and you know, as we all been saying, Adam Stern did an excellent job today. You know,
Adam Silver.
Adam Silver. He has arrived today. You know, he did the maximum thing possible, and this needed to be done. You know, Chuck was a little surprised that he got banned. I wasn't surprised. I mean, I knew that.
I was surprised he got life.
Yeah, life, yeah. Banned for life. I knew that Adam Silver had to make his mark today and had to make a statement. And you know, there's no room in the game for what went on. You know, there's no room for the the mistakes that Mr. Sterling made. And I'm just glad that Adam Silver is around protecting our league, because it's our league.
Yeah, and you know, Kenny, we talked about this, and we've been talking about it all night, and so it may not be fresh, the perspective we share, but it's certainly heartfelt that the years I've done this job, and I don't think I've felt a prouder moment to be tied to the NBA than when I heard the words "for life," because you were almost preparing yourself for suspended indefinitely or something like that. But when he said banned for life, and you said it was a galvanizing moment for everybody associated with that league.
Yeah, I agree. And I felt my sentiments was exactly like yours, Ernie. It was a proud moment, you know, because, you know, Adam Silver didn't look at a financial benefit. I don't think he looked at making a mark. I think he looked at what was right. When you see his speech, you could see the passion. You could see the uncomfortability that he had having to do this. And then you saw the swift action. So I thought it was genuine. I thought it was unselfish for him to actually do that and to commit to that. And he understood it's not about the finances, it's about the condition and the moral obligations that everyone is privy to, and the inclusion of everyone and everything. And as African Americans, we are the first to know that inclusion should never be something that we should not want. And the league has been the most progressive. If you think about first gay athlete, you think about first black general manager, you think about first black player coach, you think about all of those things that has been first in the NBA, he remembered all that. He remembered his history as not just a basketball person, but his history as an African-American pioneer being a white man.
And I want to say one thing, and I know I've been watching, I was glued to my television at 2 o'clock today.
Yeah, we all were.
And also, but I've been watching all the stuff all day, watched a lot of great stuff on CNN tonight. I hope, and I hope and pray, to be honest with you, that somebody gets to Donald Sterling. First of all, I would like for him to apologize. But I hope somebody in his camp get to him and say, please sell your team, because Because until he sells that team, Ernie, we're not going to be totally past this. If this goes on and he tries to fight it, it'd be wrong for them players. I feel bad for those players. They couldn't go back there and play if he still owns the team by the time next season starts. So I hope somebody, and I hope he has, you know, I don't judge other people. Only God can do that. I hope he has it in his heart to say, you know what, first of all, apologize, but also, hey, you know what, I need the NBA. The NBA's been great to me, but we can't get past this until he sells that team, Ernie.
Well, I don't think he has an allegiance to that team. It's been obvious that he didn't have an allegiance to it the way he manned it prior to, because before we even suspected anything about his racial conjurers, we always said it was a joke of the league for about 20 years, 25 years. So we never knew why, but we always thought it was something he didn't have an allegiance to. He never invested in it. He never took time in it. He never nurtured it. The collective bargaining agreement, honestly, has really just helped his team the way the league is set up, that you have to play players certain amounts. So I don't think he has an allegiance to sell. I think he wants to sell the team. He's happy with being not part of it in certain regards. But the other thing the league could do, just like they did in Charlotte, the league can buy the team and say, we'll buy the team and we're going to take it from them until we find a rightful owner.
No, but I'm just
do the
saying,
same
he
thing.
got to sell it, though,
Yeah,
Kenny.
but he said he's not going to sell.
And I know, see, and that to me would be.
Well, he has no. You have to think, we are NBA franchises. We are just like McDonald's have franchises. An individual franchise has to operate under the same guidelines that McDonald's have or the league has. He has to operate on it. And when you don't buy the bylaws, you get dismissed, and he will be dismissed.
I think it's a little bit different just watching about all the legal people talking. But I think he should just do the right thing so we can get past this. Because if he still owns this team by the time, I think as great as today was, if we get to training camp next year and you expect those players to go there, I think that won't happen. And I said this, Ernie.
You said
I have
the
the utmost confidence in Adam Silver. When someone asks me what's going to happen before, I have the utmost confidence, even more, that he will make sure things happen.
And I would be surprised if it's not unanimous support by the owners of the league to persuade him to sell. And along your lines, Chuck, I would hope that he would look at this
do
and
the right
say,
thing.
And they were persuaded, look, I'm 80 years old. I've been doing this for 33 years. It's time to ride off.
Yeah.
It's done.
And stop trying to be stubborn and make a point.
Yeah, I haven't heard his comments, but, we'll see.
Yeah, he did say today he wasn't selling.
I heard his comments, so I'll see.